Hey folks, Cooking with Kelbob here, and I've heard what you're saying. I know what you're saying. You're saying, yeah, he can can apples. Yeah, he can pick tomatoes and make spaghetti sauce and salsa and can blueberry jam and strawberry jam. But can he make cornbread dressing for Thanksgiving? Is there a mustache in Mexico? Yeah! Welcome to our Thanksgiving edition. And of course, along with me is Grill Dog Sherman. Good catch, buddy. And of course, everybody should have a grill dog because when you drop food on the floor, you don't have to bend over to pick it up. Folks, today, cornbread dressing for Thanksgiving. This is going to be awesome. And we're starting out with 9 to 10 cups of crumbled up cornbread. I bought some Zatarans. I paid a premium for it. I would probably recommend just a Jiffy cornbread. Any cornbread. My mother-in-law, I'm going to take 3 cups of onions, which I've already chopped. And just so you know, that's really about 2 large onions about this size. Put that in there. And then I'm going to take 2 cups of chopped up celery. Put that in there. I'm just going to mix this up, mix the onions and the celery in with my ground cornbread dry. Get that all worked up real good. Everybody getting hungry for Thanksgiving? I am. So after I've stirred my onions and my celery into my cornbread mix, I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of melted butter, which is 1 stick. I'm going to pour that in there. My old buddy Crystal Faskell tagged me on a Facebook post, and I don't know if she was dropping the gauntlet, but she put a recipe out there for this, and a couple people chimed in on it. Lynette chimed in with the rubbed sage, and Sharon chimed in to leave out the chicken in this particular recipe. So what I did was I crafted my own recipe, and I'll show you what I'm going to do here in a minute. But anyways, after I add my butter, I'm going to go with cream of celery soup. Now, what you want to do here is I've got a total of 4 cans, but I think I'm only going to need 2 along with my melted butter. So we want to stir this up. So I'm going to start with 2 cans of cream of celery soup. And 98% fat-free in case you're keeping score. So after we've got a good consistency with our cornbread and our soup and our onions and our celery, we're going to add our spices. I'm going to go ahead and use a teaspoon of salt. One of our friends chimed in about sage, and she recommended rubbed sage. And she said the more the merrier, but I'm going to go with 2 teaspoons of rubbed sage because I've got a little sage in my secret ingredient that I'm getting ready to tell you about. And then I'm going to go with 2.5 tablespoons of I'm going to use a Creole seasoning. There's a lot of different variations to this recipe. Some people like to use a poultry seasoning here, but I'm going to do a little Cajun, because I'm going to use sausage instead of chicken. And then I'm going to add a cup of cooked sage sausage to mine. You can add chicken. You can do a lot of different things. My mother-in-law uses oysters in hers, but because somebody's really recommending the more the merrier on sage, I decided to use sage sausage. Always wash my hands before I cook. And we're going to just sort of mix in our seasoning, our sausage. And now, 3 eggs, lightly beaten. Lightly beaten is what happened to me when I did something kind of bad when I was a kid. My mother would only lightly beat me. Big shout out to all our super fans. Thanks for all the comments and all the feedback. We're having a blast with Cooking with Kelbob, All True Solution. We're traveling all over the United States with consulting. We're teaching people how to start, grow, and market your small business. All true solution. The Cooking with Kelbob thing is really to teach you how you can take your business and very inexpensively market using pretty good techniques on social media. So, my egg is lightly beaten, and that's what's going to give our dressing the consistency that we're looking for at that Thanksgiving dinner table. So there's the consistency we're looking for. Pretty thick, but not too runny. And then we're going to take just a 9x13 baking dish and lightly grease it while we preheat our oven to 350 degrees. So, cornbread dressing with cooked sage sausage. Make sure you cook your sage sausage if you're following this recipe. I pre-cooked mine before I started filming. I don't think this is going to be as good as Grill Mother-in-Law's oyster cornbread dressing, but I think I'm going to give her a run for her money. Grill Mother-in-Law has been doing it a lot longer than I have. So there's what it looks like. What we're going to do is we're going to cover this and we're going to bake it for 30 minutes. And then we're going to, after 30 minutes, we're going to uncover it and bake it for 30 minutes. So into the 350 degree oven it goes, covered for 30 minutes. So we baked it for 30 minutes covered. And now we're going to pull that foil off. And we're going to bake it for 30 minutes uncovered. It's starting to smell like Thanksgiving in the old Johnson household. And there it is, folks. Cornbread dressing with sage sausage. Oh my God. Oh my God. You've got to try this. You have got to try this at your Thanksgiving table. Email me. I'll send you the recipe. Kelbob, out.